Hello everyone. I hope that you guys can see me. I'm just checking to see if we are working. Um, oh, it looks like we might be. Let me just turn the volume down on here. Oh, do we have some success? It feels like we might be. Hello everyone. Hi guys. Um, you can unfortunately see my face today. I've got no makeup on or anything, but I just wanted to test to see if this was working, basically, because we never really know. So can you guys hear me? I'm gonna turn up my volume to see if I can hear me. Just bear with. Oh yes, I could hear me. I could hear me. Right. Okay. Let's get started. Um, like I say, I this is going to become a regular thing for us to do on YouTube. But we've been doing a bit of testing, checking the audio, seeing what we can make work. So it is a little bit still a work in progress. So I'd be very interested in your guys' feedback. The lighting in here, because of the time of day, is not as good as it usually is of an evening. So I think the evening, I do tend to have a better light. But I think, let me just see if I can, oh, see now I've knocked off my camera there. Sorry guys. Just trying to see if we can get you a better lighting situation. I also need to find a more secure place for my webcam because it's just gonna, if I knock it, it's gonna fall off again. Okay, so and we've got a cat as well. It's going to be one of those lives, I think, today, isn't it? So let me just make sure that you can see me properly. Yeah, that's pretty good, isn't it? You don't need to see me too close. Okay, so if you're new to the channel, welcome, and hi from Rosie as well. And today I'm going to do actually a quick and simple card. There's two reasons for that. One, quick and simple is not usually my forte. I'm not usually that great at quick and simple. So when I come up with a design that I like and that I'm comfortable with, then it's always a good idea to capture it and try recreating it in different styles, with different stamp sets. So I created a card for my sister-in-law's baby shower at the weekend. I didn't get a chance to take any real pictures of it, so I thought it'd be a great idea to recreate that and show you how that turned out. Hi again, Rosie. Are you taking part in today's live? Would you like to have a sit down? Come and sit next to me, keep me company, and get your tail out of shot. Come on, come down here. And the second reason is for the quick and simple is that it will be a quicker session today because I have lots still to prepare for our new release on Friday. So more about that shortly as we chat. But let's get into a bit of crafting. What are you doing? Right. So I need a card base. That would be a good start. So I'm going to grab a couple of card bases here. And I'm going to be using the All Occasion Critters stamp set, which, sorry about the glare that you're getting there on screen. Please feel free to say hello and chat with me and let me know what you're doing today. Are you crafting or are you just watching while you're doing other things? I'm hoping it's fairly tidy behind me, actually. I've just realised, what can you guys see? No secrets behind me. That's good. But yeah, it's I guess it is a typically messy craft room. Lots of stuff behind me. So yeah, and space for the cat to sit. Okay, so well, she's actually sat on the desk right next to me. Hello there. Oh, what's wrong with you? She wants cuddles. So the All Occasions stamp set does exactly what it says on the tin, really, is that it is for all occasions. Hello there, love the products I see here, yay! So it has something for birthdays, just to catch up with someone, to say hello. Rosie, come on, let's get you down there. Come on, out of the way. To say sorry you're feeling under the weather, so if you're not feeling very well, it's a great one for that. And we've got the welcome little one, which is what I used it for. Hello there, you're on your lunch break, so eating. Happy to catch you here. Oh, I'm so pleased you could join us. Yeah, this is going to hopefully be a regular slot, so I'm hoping that it fits in people's lunch breaks. That would be cool, wouldn't it? So so I'm going to use the welcome little one, and the little image that goes with that perfectly is this little sleeping mouse, or it could be a sleeping bear, depending on how you colour him in. I coloured him in as a mouse. I'm also going to use the small heart masking stencil, which is perfect for a quick and simple card, which is why I've got my silicone mat laid out here. And I'm using an A2 size card base because I love this this base. It is the size of it. It's a little bit shorter and wider, a little bit fatter than a UK or a European A6 size, which I just think gives you a little bit more real estate and a little bit more space to play. So what I've done is I've just reinforced my crease, burnished my crease with my bone folder. And then I'm going to start doing a little bit of stenciling. So what you will see, hi Julie, how are you? Do let me know if there are any problems with the sound or anything that you see, and just let me know. Because like I said, this is a work in progress, streaming to YouTube, and I'm hoping that we're actually getting somewhere now, because we were really struggling. So I think it's only my light situation, my light source, that I need to get fixed now, I think. On the back of this stencil, and it'll be quite hard for you to see, and I'm going to try holding it up a little bit, because it has got these etched lines on it, and there's two sets of etched lines. One is for your A6 size card base, and one is for your A2 size card base. So I think you can see that quite easily there, can't you, when I just kind of move it around a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop that on the front of my card, and I'm going to flip this over, and I'm going to look for those lines for my A2, and I'm just going to pop that where the A2 line says it should be, and then I'm going to find where I've hidden my washi tape. I have had it out. There it is. It's hiding behind my box. It was hiding. So I'm just going to take off a little bit of that tape just to secure this to the back of my stencil. There we go. Then I can flip this back over, and now I know that my heart shape is perfectly positioned in the center of my my card base. And what I did, and I'm going to recreate exactly the card pretty much that I made for my sister-in-law's. So I did that using a little bit of purple, and the reason that I did that was because one of them knows the sex of the baby that they're having, but the other doesn't. And I thought that the purple, or a shade of purple or lilac, was a bit more neutral. Oh, I've dropped you again. I do apologise. That's because I've got it set up right by my my inks. So apologies for that. So I've got some milled lavender here, which I think is the colour that I'm going to use. The shaded lilac is a little bit more of an intense purple. So if you're looking for an intense look, then that one is a great one. Or you're looking for something a little bit brighter. But I wanted to keep this quite subtle. I will find a way of fixing my webcam so that I don't keep dropping you. So sorry if that made anyone feel a bit ill. Julie says, hi, I'm good, thanks. Bit late joining. Got Blake home from school. As sent home yesterday with shivers, but he seems loads better now, but kept him off an extra day in case. Not COVID, has done lateral flows. Well, I hope he's okay, bless him. Poor little guy. You've done right to keep him off. Better to keep him to get fully better, isn't it? I think the other thing, I was talking to some crafty friends last night who said her daughter had done 5 days of lateral flows. None of them came back positive, but then she ended up actually having had COVID with a PCR test. So the lateral flows didn't actually show anything up, which is a bit worrying, isn't it? And I know when I was ill with it, the day that I felt the worst, I didn't register on a lateral flow test as having COVID, but the following day, when I was feeling a little bit better, I actually did. So strange, I don't know. So keep testing him, I would say, before you send him back. Make sure he's fully well and recovered. So I've added a little bit of my purple there, and a little bit of that lovely milled lavender, which is a really, really soft look. And you can just have a little glimpse of what that's going to look like. But before I reveal it completely, what I did do was add a few little splatters. So I'm going to do that with my little spray bottle here, and I'm going to spray just some a light mist of spray. But I'm also going to add some larger dots, larger splatters, just by taking the nozzle out and then just tapping it on my finger there, just to get some larger dots and splatters on the background. And that'll just add a little bit more interest to our background, because it's going to be really quite plain. Like I say, it is clean and simple. Clean and simple doesn't mean that you haven't put any effort in, though. So that's the thing, is that, you know, it will still look like you've put in some effort, because we're going to make it look gorgeous. I think the thing about clean and simple is that you make it look effortless. So I'm just letting that rest a little while, just so that the water has time to react with those inks. And then when I think I've left it long enough, which I think that's probably okay, I'm just going over the top of that and just dabbing off that excess with my paper towel. There we go. And now you see we've got some really pretty little splatters on the surface there. So now I can remove my my stencil, and we'll give that a little bit of a clean shortly. But I'm just going to pop that to one side for the minute. Julie says, it is strange. There's a real problem getting lateral flow tests at the moment. Only got a few left. I know everybody's having that issue, aren't they? And you know, what choice have you got? You've got to do them. So yeah, you're probably better just to keep him home for the moment, just to be safe, aren't you? So we've got essentially our background there, which is awesome. So I'm going to remove my my little silicone mat, which I use for doing my my stenciling, and pop my brush back. I'm going to leave my inks there in case I knock you over again, and then let's do a little bit of stamping. So where did I put my stamping card? Right, here we go. So as you know, I have a little pocket that I keep my stamping card in. Because when you're doing, you know, you always end up with a little bit of excess. And when you're working with small images, you don't need huge amounts of cardstock. So it's always worth keeping those extra little bits. So let me just grab my stamping platform, which is, I can't put it back in the right place, which is why I can't reach it. So you're getting to see a little bit of behind the scenes here, how I store some of my bits and bobs behind me. Oh, that's my bigger one. I didn't want that one. My Stamp Perfect is a great size for doing my stamping. So let's grab my bit of stamping card. I'm just going to trim this down because I don't need all of it, and then it will fit more neatly into my platform. And I'm going to fit that into the corner so that it doesn't move around. Julie says she was hoping to craft along while watching today, but with Blake home it's impossible, and got second session of floristry course tonight. Last week was amazing, but lots to learn. That's awesome. Oh, so it's week 2. That's fantastic. Well done, well done. And I'm excited to see what you what you produce. I'm no doubt you will share it on your Facebook page potentially. So on the in the stamp set, I don't know if you can see now because I've just taken the backing off there, haven't I? Let me use this white card and then you might be able to see a little bit better. You also get some little accessory stamps that kind of go with each of the different stamp sets. So you get some just like little decoration kind of almost smudge kind of or crosshatch stamps, and some little scribbled circles which you can use to make your own like backgrounds and pattern papers from. You get this little rainbow, a crescent moon, some stars, some raindrops. So some perfect little things that you can use. But I use the rainbow and also the little crescent moon. So I think I will go with the crescent moon for this one because that is simpler to colour, although the rainbow did look very sweet. So we're going to go with those. And let's put that out of the way. Let's grab my Memento ink. And we'll just make sure you can see what I'm doing. So the as I mentioned at the beginning, I am having an extremely busy week this week because we are preparing for the new release. There's lots happening to get us ready. So I don't know if you'll have seen already, but we have started doing a bit of a countdown to the release. So something a little bit different this month that I wanted to just try, see if you guys enjoy seeing a little sneak peek each day revealed on video. So I've just done a little bit of really short video to introduce different bits from the new release each day, and we will finish on Friday with the full reveal, and obviously it will all be available for you to buy on Friday as well, which is super cool, from 9 o'clock. So yeah, and I'm so excited about the release. There's so many wonderful things in it, some great samples to share with you as well. So yeah, it's going to be a good day. I'm looking forward to Friday. So yeah, do look out for the reveals, the countdown on our YouTube channel here, and also you can see more detail on our blog as well. So I'm looking for now a bit of purple cardstock. So I'm looking for a scrap because again, my sentiment is small and I only need a small bit. And I'm looking for obviously something that's going to coordinate with our heart that we've made. So our lovely purple cardstock that we have is absolutely perfect for this. In fact, this I can tell already that this is the very piece that I used for the card that I made at the weekend, because it has the dies that I used to cut out the sentiment. That's the shape of the die. So excellent. So that's good then. So I'm going to add a little bit of my anti-static powder here to this, and I'm going to add quite a lot because I feel like this doesn't really give me the anti-static properties that my other bag would do. And I have got my bag here, but let's use that because I've purposefully put this on my desk so that I will use it more often, because I tend to go for the other one because it's just a bit easier to reach for, and this does produce a lot more powder, but that's fine. That is fine. We need it to do that so that we get rid of the static. So I'm just going to tip off a little bit of that. There we go. It is quite hard to get off my stamping platform. And then the sentiment, welcome little one. We can just position, wherever we want it really. So we're going to cut round it with one of those dies. So I'll just pop that on my platform. I'm just going to give it a little bit of a wipe because there may have been a bit of powder on the surface there, and we don't want it I don't want my ink not to stick to my stamp. I just don't want it to stick to my surface. So let's and the colour of this cardstock, where's my little did I do with my little card thing? Oh, there it is. So I've got a little swatch with all of our cardstock in it. So this one, if anybody's interested, is Sweet Macaroon. Very cute. Lovely, lovely colour. So I'm adding some of this embossing ink to my sentiment. Just a few taps, light taps on there. And then again, just gently press that down. You don't want to squash it too much because you don't want to blur out your sentiment at all. And then I'm just going to grab behind me. I've got some little bits of scratch paper, and I'm going to do this in white. One of the sentiments that I did at the weekend was in silver, which looked really nice, but the white does stand out really lovely against this this purple or lilac background. So, and that I can see already that my anti-static bag has done the perfect job, whereas my my other tool wouldn't have done as well. So let's get rid of that and pop that away before I spill it, because it's very likely to happen. And then we're going to clean off our stamp as well before I forget to do that. So once you've got your ink on your cardstock, on top of that embossing ink, you're fine. So you do need to be a little bit quick once you've stamped it to get the powder on there, because you don't want the ink to dry. The purpose of using that embossing ink is that it does dry much more slowly, but it will dry eventually. So you do need to just be conscious of that. But once the powder is on there, then you're fine. You can. The only danger of leaving it is that you knock it and then ruin it, which is something that I could very easily do. So now we've got our heat tool. This is going to make a bit of a noise. I could put you on mute, but I think I'm just going to see how loud it is, just for future reference. So I'm just going to warm it up a little bit before we apply it to our cardstock. And then I'm going to heat from underneath. Hopefully that's not too loud for you guys. You can see how that's all. So, and I hope I wasn't kind of too far away from the camera there, wasn't I? It's just trying to work out where the camera's positioned. So hopefully you can see that there. That's cool. And once that's dried off a little bit, I'm just going to rub it off. So I'm just giving it a couple of seconds just to fully. That still feels like it might be a bit hot. I'm going to leave it a second, but then I will rub over it with my microfiber cloth, just to buff off any excess anti-static powder that might still be remaining. So that's cool. That's that. So we've now got our little character here, which is adorable. So I'm not sure if I can zoom in anymore. Let me see if we can zoom any further. I think we might have maximized the zoom capabilities. So you will have to. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing when I colour this little guy in. Leanne loves the name of the cardstock. And Julie says she loves the white embossing powder on the lilac card. It's great, isn't it? It looks really good. Oh, I did zoom in a bit. Oh, I did zoom. I thought I'd maximise the zoom so you can see a little bit clearer, can't you? Hopefully. So I'm just going to have to move some things out of the way. I've got a few sample cards around the place, so potential sneaky peeks for you there. So let's colour this guy in. Now I'm going to colour this little chap in some warm greys, because I think warm greys are a really lovely colour for for mice and things. I think it's just that, like I say, the warmth, I think, says everything. It makes you think of warm little mice sleeping. So as I tend to normally do, I like to go over all of my surface area with the very lightest shade to get that paper saturated. So I'm just adding a full layer of that warm grey 0. And then the bulk of the colour of the... Hello, Blake, how are you? The bulk of the colour is going to be this warm grey 3. So I'm going to start on the outside edge of the little mouse's head. I'm going to draw that colour towards the centre, but I'm going to leave a highlight down the middle there. So just pop that there. And I'm also doing the same in the ears. So I'm working from the bottom of the ears and then and the top, and then just leaving a little bit of highlight in the middle. And then for the body, I'm going to bring some shading in from under his head and also from the bottom of his body there, and basically leaving his bum in highlight, which is cute. So I'm going to go back now to my warm grey 0. There is quite a big jump between the warm grey 0 and the warm grey 3, I feel. So if you are struggling with that, which you know, I have done previously, you can do a little bit of tip to tip, which, you know, we love doing a bit of tip to tip action. So let me just take the top off that. I don't know why that was proving a little bit difficult. So I'm going to take the lighter grey and I'm going to just use some of this excess ink, and I'm just going to add it to the tip of the darker shade, so that I'm picking up some of that darker colour. And then I'm going to use that. In fact, I don't know whether I might be better doing it the other way around, because that really did bleach that out. Let's try that the other way. Yeah, that's really bleached my warm grey 3 there, which is great, because that's what I needed. So if you just hold that on the warm grey 3 for a little bit, and you will see, it's going to be really hard for you to see it on camera, but that's really taken down that colour on my nib there. So now I'm going to use that warm grey 0, and I have got a bit of colour on there from the warm grey 3. So I can just blend that back out. And again, on the ears. And the ears are so tiny that really they don't need an awful lot of shading. So because this is a small image, you could just leave it at 2 colours if you want. But I'm going to go in with the warm grey 5, and I'm just going to add a little bit of extra shadow just around the edge of the head, and then where the head is meeting the cloud and is overlapping those little feet, and then again under the neck and the base of the body. And then the bottom of the ears and the top of the ears where they are behind the head in effect. And that's just going to give you a little bit more depth to him. And then again with the warm grey 3, we will blend that back out, smooth out any kind of mottled bleach lines that you might have gained through that transition. Beautiful. Closing that little highlight gap on the ears as well at the same time. And then just around his nose, I feel like I'd left a bit of a white gap. So I'm just going to fill that in and around those ears. Very, very cute. So really simple to colour. We're going to just do a little bit of colouring on the nose with the R20. Same on the ears, just going to add a little bit of the R20 at the bottom and on the little paws. And then I think I'm going to go in with the R01 just to blend that out, just so that it's not quite so in your face pink, because the R20 can be a little bright, but it's perfect for doing cheeks. So we can add in one little pink cheek. He's kind of covering his other cheek up. So for the cloud that he's on, and just bear with me a second, I just need to grab a little tissue. Just go off camera for a second. I think the lights sometimes make me want to blow my nose. So we've now got a little bit of this. Did I use the BB31? Let me have a look. Yeah, that's a really pretty kind of lavender colour. So I'm just going to use this again where there would be a little bit of shading. I'm not going mad. I'm not going to colour the whole cloud in because I am going to go over it with a bit of sparkle, which is cool. And I don't think I have a really, really light, what's this BB00? I feel like that might be a little bit too bright. Quite like that colour actually. I'm going to go over what I've already done. It's a little bit closer to the, so this is the BB00, and actually I feel like that's probably a bit closer to our background colour. And then I'm going to use the 0 blender pen just to push some of that colour back, because we want it to look like a white cloud with a hint of lilac. That's cute, and it just makes it look a little bit bouncier, like a fluffy cloud should look. Julie says, not sure if you've seen the pics that I share on Facebook of items made at Floristry Course first week. Made a circle headdress and a natural buttonhole. Wow, to be honest with you, Julie, I have had my head so much in the new release that I haven't looked at pretty much anything on Facebook for, it must be 2 or 3 weeks. So I'm so behind, and I've not looked at anything on Instagram, or, you know, and I love looking at other people's Facebook and Instagram pages, so I will check that out, definitely. So, and then we've just got our little, a little crescent moon, and I think I did do this in yellow shades. So we had a little yellowy moon. So I'm just going to check out a couple of shades of yellow here, because do I want a muted yellow or a bright yellow moon? The muted yellow looks really nice. So this is the Y21. So I'm going to use some of that, because we've got a bit of a, I guess, a delicate palette, because we're making it for a little one. It's nice to have something that's a little bit more delicate. So if we've gone for a Y21, what do I think will go with that from a yellow point of view? Interesting. What's this? That's a bit too orangey. I think they're a bit too dark. Let's try this one. Yeah, it's a bit orangey, but I think it'll work. So my moon, so the reason that I'm doing it this way, sorry, I should explain. I got carried away there. My moon is going to be on this side of my image. So it's going to be turning this way. So this is going to be the bottom, effectively. So that's why I'm adding the darker colour at the bottom, and then the lighter colour will be at the top. There we go. Hope that makes sense. So pop my pens back. And now we can cut these little guys out, and we can cut out a sentiment as well. So from the die set, we obviously get the dies that will cut out our little characters. So let me just grab that, and we get the die to cut out our little moon. But you also get these dies here. Let me just pop these guys back on, not behaving. So you get these dies here that fit all of the sentiments. So this one here is the one that fits out the welcome little one, and it has these nice rounded edges, which are a little bit different to your usual dies for cutting out sentiments, which tend to be very straight at the end or have the fishtail banners. So I just wanted to keep this kind of soft because it went with the rest of the characters that were all just you know, very happy and wishing people well. I wanted to keep that soft finish. So I'm going to add my tape here to these little guys and just make sure that I'm lining up that little moon. Beautiful. So this I'm just going to trim off the end like so. Pop the rest back in my strap pocket. Move this guy to one side, and then we're going to bring out our little die cutting machine because these are lovely little small images, perfect for your smaller die cutting machines. So we'll pop these little guys in first. And what I'm going to show you as well at the kind of towards the end of this is how you can use this same design with some of your other characters. You could use this design with the characters that are in the All Occasions Critters. You could also use it with some of your newer sets as well, which we'll see if we get a chance to do. So we've now got Welcome Little One cut out with that gorgeous little sentiment banner, sentiment die, and then our little cute little mouse. And I don't know how I managed to not put those back in the right place. Do it every time, right? And then the little crescent moon. So this now is really where the card's going to come together, and you're going to see just how quick and easy this is. I actually already had the moon and the sentiment already stamped and die cut when I came to make the cards. So those, I had two each. I had a rainbow, like I said, and a crescent moon, and then two of the sentiments. I didn't have my little mouse, so I did stamp and die cut the little mice. But I actually did all of this probably in no more than half an hour. 2 cards done, so simple. So we're going to have our little mouse there in the centre of the heart. Our little sentiment's going to go at the bottom. And then we're going to have our little heart, just a little moon, sorry, just there. Totally perfect. No need for anything else. So I'm going to grab my my skinny tape, foam tape, because we can pop these up, and that's the thing, is that you're going to get some fun dimension just by popping up your elements with some foam tape. So I'm going to position my sentiment first, and I'm going to eyeball where the centre is because I don't measure. And if it's a little bit wonky, hey ho. And then some tape here. Hope you can see that. I'll just move up a little bit so you can see what I'm doing. Sometimes I forget. Forget that you need to see what I'm doing. I get that carried away with my crafting. And then we shall just pop this. Oops. In the centre there. Or he's too cute. And then the little moon, I'm actually going to apply flat. And just pop that just outside of the heart very slightly. So you could, if you wanted to, add a few little embellishments. I didn't on the original because I was going for super speedy and quick. But you could use some of our colourful hearts here, which I think I am going to do because I think they're going to make this look so cute. A few of these little hearts. You could even add some of these little orange hearts because they kind of mirror the moon, and just add that extra little bit of colour, which can sometimes look really, really cute. Let's get another purple one just there. And I'm not going to overdo it. We're not going to have too many. I just think that's just enough to make it look a little bit more fun. See if I can get these back in the pot without tipping them all over the floor. So yeah, I think that's really sweet. I like the addition of the extra colour of heart there as well. So let's add a bit of glossy accents. So glossy accents is my kind of go-to adhesive for sequins, embellishments, but it also really is really great for adding a little bit of gloss to something. So we could add a little bit of gloss to his nose. In fact, that's what I am going to do. I love that. We could make the moon shine with some of this glossy accents, which I think these are all the like little extras that you can do. You don't need to do, but I just add those little finishing touches. And then one of the last things that I always like to do is to add some white gel pen highlights to our little critters. That just finishes them off really, really nicely. And then the last thing that I did do, and this does have to be the last thing you do because otherwise you're going to put your fingers in it, which is exactly what I do, is I've got some of my stickles here, and I used that to add a bit of glitter to the edges of that cloud so it looked like a sparkly cloud. And I just think that really just finished it off. In fact, I'm going to go, I think I went all the way around the cloud with the glitter, because why not? In fact, I'm going to fill the whole thing in. So it's got a little bit of that purple showing through, but now he's on a sparkly cloud. How amazing. So really cute, really quick, easy, simple to do. No fuss, no muss, and it's really adorable. So I'm going to just come a bit closer and see you can see all the sparkle there. Isn't that gorgeous? So cute. So when I was thinking about this, I did think, I've got lots of images from the last release that are already kind of inked up, and I did think that you could have the little guys from the Jumping with Joy set on there jumping across that heart, and I just think that would be another really, really cool quick and easy card to do. You've also got the little character in there that's asleep, which I think is really, really sweet. So again, they're the perfect size to fit in those hearts. So hi Laura, how are you? So yeah, I think you could use any number of your other Time for Tea critters. Use that heart stencil in the background in whatever colour you like, and then just add yourself another sentiment, another critter. You could also use maybe one of, let me see if I can get my hands on one. Come here, where are you? I had it in my hands. Oh, there we go. So we've got the hugs sentiment, and we've also got the joy sentiment. So you could do the jumping with at the top, and then have the joy at the bottom, and then stamp the to have you as a friend on this side, on the inside. Really, really cute, and it would be so easy and so quick to do. So yeah, I think that might be my next project, is to have a go with maybe these guys. I don't think we've got time to do that today, because like I said, this is a bit of a quicker one for us today, but I'm definitely going to have a go at that, and I'll show you the results. And if you have a go at any of the, you know, at this kind of style yourself, then please do post it on our Time for Tea Friends page for us to have a look at and see how you've adapted this, you know, this, what would you call it? Go on, sketch. It's a card sketch, isn't it? So if you adapt this card sketch to your critters that you've got in your stash, and the sentiments that you want to use, it would be lovely to see them. So thank you so much for joining me today. If you are watching after the live, thank you as well for watching. Please do leave me your comments. Let me know what you liked about it, and whether you're going to try it yourself, and what you're up to today. I'll be here again on YouTube next Tuesday at 12 p.m. and also on Facebook Live this Thursday. So that's the 20th, I believe, at 8 p.m. in the evening. And we will be doing the full reveal of the brand new release in that show. So I hope you can join me for that. And yeah, I hope to see you all again really soon. Thank you so much, guys. See you soon. Bye.